Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Let's play episode 77. Let's go ahead and kick this speed up here. I was just checking down here to see what we explored. Found ourselves a neural vacillator, but not too much else of interest, it looks like. Yeah, we already know about this CO2 vent. So yeah, we just have our slicksters chilling out. They're getting a little bit of food now. CO2 is starting to make its way up here. That's great news. We lack sand, apparently. We are out of sand. We have made so much glass. Let's pause and see if we can't find ourselves any more sand on the map. No. Bueller. There's some here. Yeah, let's go ahead and say ladder. Anything's fine. Do something like so. We can clean it up a little bit later. Wish there was a way to set these deodorizers to use regolith only. I'm not aware of a way. That is one disadvantage of the way that we have decided to produce our oxygen. We're actually low on sand, believe it or not. Let's go ahead and sweep up all this. And we need to select a focus. Sure. Analyze this object, please. This is... Let's disable auto repair. This is apparently heated up a little bit too much. Let's deconstruct this as well. Disable auto repair. We'll make it out of steel next time, I suppose. And let's go ahead and sweep up this as well. And sweep up this. Alright, perfect. We're going to slowly cool down this area here. This temperature is now 87, 86 and falling, 86 and a half. Yeah, we're having coolant go through here, and it's going to bring down this temperature and get this all in line. But right now, it's just a matter of waiting for our dupes to build a lot of this stuff. We've got most of this stuff built. It's just a matter of time. Jobs mastered. Lyra is done as an exosuit engineer. Where do we want to put her? Lots of things we can put her on. I'm tempted to say groundskeeper, that way I can get plumber. Let's just say architect. There's a lot of building still left to be done. This always seems to kind of double tap on its signaling. I'm not sure why. Maybe need to set up a filter there. It's not really important because while the doors are opening and closing, they count as closed. But were that property of doors to change, we would be rather hurt. Okay. We don't need the extra storage, I suppose. We can just leave things as they are right now and be fine with it. So, we are going to build our gas pipe up here, which is going to take our oxygen stream that we have coming through here. We added the second gas bridge and didn't seem to cause any problems. Though now it seems to be causing a little bit of problems. But yeah, have all our hydrogen slowly filling up here. We'll probably build a second gas reservoir in a bit. In fact, let me go ahead and dig out a little bit of area for that. And do this. Battery broken. Alright, well I can't do anything about that. New dupes available. What do we have? Nothing that I want. Get out of here. Alright, so now we are interested in working on our rocket a little bit. We have oxygen, which we're going to use to supply this whole area up here. We're also probably going to use this oxygen to supply a steam generator room, but again, I'm trying to do a sort of internal silo bay in this run. That's my goal with this playthrough. I'd like to try having everything built inside. We're getting this scaffolding built, and then we're going to have down here a sort of blast area. I don't know what we'll call this. Basically a reservoir that is going to capture a lot of the heat. And we're going to use that to help generate some of our steam for our rockets. This is going to be our steam rocket, research rocket tube. And we can construct more as time goes on. Maybe one of the things we want to work on... Ooh, this is important to get this done. Need to get this cleared. Because otherwise this temperature starts going up and this thing starts breaking. Sweep up any and all of this, please. Yeah, just all this. We're making pretty good progress on these telescopes. So I'm not too worried. We're going to be ending up deconstructing these and starting to build up our base further. This is just a little temporary research outpost until we get everything squared away. So, how is this going up here? We have this feeding into this line, and this should greatly improve the speed at which these get built. So, if I check on the temperature of this oxygen, it's actually not that bad. 39, 35, 42, 44. I think largely because of the communication that we have right here is keeping it cool. That would be my guess. Ultimately, we're going to want a more efficient system because we're going to be trying to max out the usefulness of our resources, which is going to also demand different coolant loops, different processes there. But for now, I think this is a good way to go. We can also go ahead and start working on getting some scaffolding all the way down. Interesting. Alright. Let's dig out all this then. And we're going to expand this out a little bit. How are we doing down here? Plenty of oxygen. This cool steam vent is dormant. This is awaiting coal. Ooh, I think one thing I want to change. Yeah. I don't really want people going in here anymore to go and fetch sleet wheat and whatnot. So let's just go ahead and wall this off here. That looks good. We're gonna set that door to not let people out. Basically just so they aren't going on long trips for food when we kind of already have our food situation sorted. Like, we're starting to stack up the food now at this point. And basically just start making our dupes a little bit more efficient in the way that they go about things. That way all these sort of massive projects that we have get done a little bit quicker. That's going to be a lot of the goal. Another meteor shower. Sweep up more, please. We're dumping it all down here into our coolant, which is starting to heat up. 33 to 26. A little bit of a gradient. Whoa. We're getting some massive amounts of regolith here. You know what? Let's go ahead and dig out a little bit of that as well. More sweeping, please. Ooh, and let's priority 9 this spot right here. Go get him, Stinky. Alright. Because that's the bit that falls through here and starts heating this up. Designated all this to be swept. I think it still will... Yeah, it'll maintain the sweep command. Get this in there as well. Alright, cool. We'll need to set up an automated system, but because, I mean, ultimately a lot of this is going to be removed, and we're going to expand upwards, we're just sort of leaving it the way it is now. I don't want to set up a big automation system and then go back right after and pull it all out. I'm going to say plumber over exosuit engineer, so I want more plumbers. These are all pretty hot. We'll end up extending our coolant system up further, and at that point we're going to want to make it a little bit more efficient. Right now it's fine, but I mean, we are doing what we need to do, which is just getting these temperatures down. But ultimately we're going to want it to be a little bit more fine-tuned, and basically try and get as much as we can out of it. It almost doesn't matter right now because we have these cool slush geysers that are just providing so much for us, but no reason not to be efficient, I think. That's part of the joy of playing the game at the end of the day. So, we do need to set up some scaffolding here, don't we? Let's go ahead and build ourselves another bit of ladder. I mean, ultimately, we're going to wait till this gas pump gets delivered, and then we're going to move this and set the scaffolding up. I think that's the plan. We're still just pumping out as much of this gas as we can. Chlorine, oxygen, hydrogen, yep. I'm mainly just waiting on things to get done. A lot of our build orders are already queued, and it's just a matter of waiting for the time. This suit dock needs repair? Why does it need repair? What happened here? What happened to our suit dock? How did it take damage? Temperature for this has been under control for a long time now. Huh. I'm not sure. I mean, this all looks fine. The air in here is hot, but not damaging hot. Open star map. Time to analyze another object. Once we have all these done, we can ditch these telescopes and start working towards our more permanent setup here. And while we're at it, we should say sweep up this. But also, if you could, let's just let things run. I have the bad habit of pausing things whenever I do stuff. It's not strictly necessary. Go ahead and start getting our drywall up as we expand out to here. That is the plan. I don't think that designation is going to stick. Insufficient coal. We have plenty of coal. These are at a 6. Set this to be a 7. I want them to be able to use these docks. Seems important. Sweep up this. Alright. And mainly I'm just going to wait on our rocket silo to finish here. And slowly do work on this other stuff. I have permissions allowed. Just a matter of bringing up the ceramic tile. Slowly working through our backlog of stuff. Again, damage. How is it taking damage? I am confused. The atmosuit dock is at 40 degrees. What is harming it? If I look at the oxygen coming in, 30 degrees. Yeah, this seems fine. Is any hot oxygen somehow getting up to here? I'm not really sure how. Oxygen from here maybe is getting heated up. No, it doesn't look like it. This is all at reasonable-ish temperatures. Huh. I'm confused as to why we're taking damage in this area. The heat is fine. Oxygen temperature is fine. Yeah, interesting. Alright, so we're going to expand out this way. Setting up drywall as we go. Scalding. Really? What scalded you? How are you scalded? Was it you? It was Jean. This is 30 degrees. These temperatures look fine. They're a little warm, but they're not super hot. And I suppose this temperature's bad, and maybe that's where Jean was. Alright. Mysterious burns happening. I'm not exactly sure why. Let's go ahead and go to utilities, drywall. Start setting up more of our drywall. We're going to extend it out to here. And let's go ahead and do it like so as well. Have them work on that. So we have our little floor here done. That's great. This is kind of a long distance, not gonna lie. We have to go to here, go up here, go up here, go up here. We kind of want to set up another transit tube. That's also going to take some work. Open star map. Get another one of these done. New dupes. Nope. And jobs. Someone finished a job. If I'm not mistaken. No. Catalina's at 99%. Hassan, mastered groundskeeper. Then we send him on to plumber. Alright, that was an old message. I keep getting confused by that. I'm pretty bad at that. Alright. This is starting to fill up. Let's go ahead and say base, gas reservoir, slam down another one of these bad boys. And let's go ahead and do this. We'd prefer not to have this system get backed up. So set this to a 4, set this to 10%. We would like a store of hydrogen, though, for a lot of reasons. So having more of it is definitely not a bad thing. Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. Go ahead and hook this up. Looking good, looking good. Oh, I see what's happening. Little bits of hydrogen are getting out here because of the way the system is set up. Huh. Ha ha ha. Yeah, because we don't have our second filter going. We do not have our second filter really going. Because the problem is that hydrogen hits here, and then it will go down here. But then as the next hydrogen packet hits, this one will be going into here, and so they won't merge. Because of the way it's set up at the moment. Huh. We're getting little packets of hydrogen making it out of our mechanical filter as a result because of this weirdness that we encountered. We want to fix this because I'd rather not just have to constantly go back and repair these things. Seems like not that great of a system. So how do we want to set this up? Let's just make a little delay loop, actually. I think that might be the plan. So, let's go ahead and deconstruct and build around a little bit more in here. I think what we're going to do ultimately is we are going to set up another sort of system of gas bridges that are going to connect into our line. Yeah, that might be the plan. Still, I'm not sure why this system didn't work, is really the main question. Why didn't that work out? But yeah, I actually think the way we're going to do it is we're just going to... Well, actually, can we do it without breaking into the thing? No. Yeah, so we're going to do this. We're going to set up another gas bridge right here. And then we are going to set up... Yeah, I think this is the way we're going to do it. Okay. Ventilation overview. Go ahead and deconstruct this gas bridge. You know, while we're at it, let's deconstruct this gas pipe. Priority 9, all this stuff. And we're just going to have it connect to the bottom line here. And that should fix our problem. Okay. Ventilation, gas pipe, and now we are going to loop like so. So that it will pass by 2 gas bridges like this, but they'll attach to different points on the line. Okay, that's the solution. Perfect. And this should tackle everything. Let's see if the flow is pretty smooth. Alright, this flow is good. Now let's go ahead and connect these back up with a somewhat higher priority. Let's get that done. Alright. Looking good. Yeah, and now I think the next step is working on this area right here. And maybe what I want to do in order to accomplish that is just dig across here. That way they have an easier way to get into this area. That might be pretty smart. Just try and smooth out the way that our pathing works here. I'm fine with some chlorine getting into the base. I think we can deal with that just fine. Yeah, we'll live with a little bit of chlorine. So let's go ahead and set that up. What is this? Vacuum, that's fine. I just want to dig across. Actually, let's dig across starting up here. And we will build a little tile right here. That way we can continue on. Like so. Granite tile's great. Let's just replace all this with granite tile. Yeah, and I think this is where we're going to set up our steam operation too, so we're happy with this. Okay. Making good progress on our telescopes. That's great. I'm still not sure why the window tile reduced visibility. Perhaps it's the distance from the telescope to the window tile that matters. Maybe that has an influence. Presumably higher up being worse. Although maybe it's too close. I'm not sure. Jobs mastered. Is that Catalina? Catalina's done as senior architect. And she's done with almost everything. Have her work on seasoned miner as well. Close this out. Alright, I think we're going to cap the episode here. Mainly just waiting around, waiting for stuff to get done. A little bit boring, but hopefully that's still fine. We're going to finish up this research, and then we can start rearranging a lot of space how we would like it. Alright, I'm going to cap things here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.